In this episode, we talk about whether you should become your ideal self before you improve your dating life.
Masculinity for the intelligent man. I'm David Tian, Ph.D., and this is Man Up!
All right, welcome to Man Up episode 7. And in this one, we're answering Kenneth's question. Ken asks, hi David, is it important to be the ideal guy who I want to be before I engage in improving my social life? Because I think that's important before I engage in dating, because I feel, run on sentences, because I feel that I'm doing the things that I don't want just to impress a girl, and I don't want that. The whole purpose of relationship for me is just to be happy and spend time together with the person I like, and putting lots of effort just to impress a girl for me is just tiring and senseless. Is there a way fast to be the person I want to be and to be with the girl who I want? I don't want to spend decades working to be the person I want to be just to be with the girl I want, but I'm willing to invest my time and effort into it. Thanks. Okay, wonderful. That was a long question. I'm glad I got to the end of that because that last sentence tells me the context for this. So the last sentence is, I don't want to spend decades working to be the person I want to be just to be with the girl I want. Okay, so if becoming the ideal guy means for you, Kenneth, that you've got to spend decades working on it before you work on your social life, then heck no. Don't put off your love life, social life, and your happiness for decades just because you want to become this ideal guy you're talking about. And I also question this view of your ideal guy. Does your ideal guy have no social life? So it doesn't even make sense. You know, I want to be the ideal guy who doesn't have a social life. So obviously, if you're becoming your ideal guy, I'm assuming your ideal guy has a social life. So that will include improving your social life along with it, along with everything. And what's interesting is, as you improve one area of your life, one main area of your life, like let's say you improve your health or your fitness or your career, or you find more purpose in your day-to-day work, then your social life and your dating life will also improve. Do it all together, and you'll see that they all support each other in that sense. Now, there's some other things in this question that were interesting, that were obviously related. He said that because I think that it's important before I engage in dating, I don't want to do things just to, so he said, I don't want to do things just to impress a girl. He's going on, he said this again, just doing things just to impress a girl is tiring and senseless. But then so improving your social life and dating life, this is how you do it. You don't do it to impress a girl. That's never, ever the way it's done. Now, almost all the material you'll find from pickup artists and PUAs and generic dating advice online are going to be along those lines of how do you impress a girl? How do you talk to a girl? How do you get her to like you and all of that? And most of the time, the advice there is about how do you, in the moment, how do you become impressive to most women, which is like, again, social value. These guys are all trying to get you to raise your social value. Who gives a fuck about social value? Reject social value. If your society values killing a certain people group, you're gonna value that too? So don't go blindly into it. And go above all of that. Understand why you're here on this earth and what gives your life meaning. Does getting women give your life meaning? If 100 girls like you, does that make you feel important? If you get a hot girlfriend, does that mean you're better somehow as a man? That's ridiculous. So instead, figure out what your meaning is, your purpose is, and you're on the right track, I think. I think you heard some of these teachings about being working on yourself in the sense of like becoming your ideal person, but you've misinterpreted it, or you've misunderstood it as bracketing your entire social life and dating life and then doing all this other ideal person stuff. That doesn't work, and you won't be happy. Instead, what you should do is figure out what you stand for, what really gives you meaning and purpose in life, what you're passionate about. Start doing those things and doing a lot less of the things that you're not passionate about, that are not in line with your purpose, that are draining you, and instead do things that are energizing you. And then go out and meet people at the same time. Meet friends, make more friends, have an abundance socially, and then with that will give you a much better base from which to meet women, as well as having just knowing that you're not alone, even if you don't have a girlfriend. And then when you meet a girl, never, ever try to impress her. Never, ever try to impress a girl. In fact, even when you're meeting friends, never, ever try to impress a friend or somebody you're trying to make into a friend. Just don't stop. Hey, just stop trying to impress people. First of all, you can't come across well if you're trying to impress people. All right, so if your goal, your motivation, if your intention is to impress that person, it's not going to happen. If, however, you're solid in who you are, you say what you believe, you are honest and sincere and vulnerable, and you're courageous, and you just are you, and you say what you believe, then you are going to be attractive. Then you're going to be respected. Then you're going to be somebody worthy. Now, if people reject you because you're not pandering to society's bullshit, superficial values, then screw them. Because you have decided what your values are. Now, if you happen to have the same superficial materialistic values as society's values, then you'll probably do pretty well. You get along with a lot of people. You just won't get along with me. I won't get along with you. I'll be like, if I meet you at a party, be like, oh, nice to meet you, and I'll just kind of, I'll see you later and move on. And that's how I handle it when there's a value clash. And it's just going around meeting people that you want to spend time with. Have standards for your life. Figure out what she's all about. Who are you? Tell me about you. And you find out interesting things about her. Say that's really interesting and get to know her better. If you find out things that you don't like, maybe she's cheating on her boyfriend right there and then with you, then if it's your moral decision, it's on your conscience. Not to say I haven't made the wrong decisions there, but you make that choice yourself within your value system. Don't just give up all of your own self-esteem just to get a girl. And that's where this whole impressing a girl thing is coming from. So just interact with people, talk to them, just like you do with your friends. If you get along, get their contact info and keep in touch. And then escalate it. Just spend more time with them, and let your intentions be known more clearly. We cover this. These are just basic conversation skills, just in case you don't know how to do that. When you see or hear something that you enjoy or like from this person, that you appreciate or respect from this person, just tell them that, right? Just say, oh wow, I really like that, you're so cultured, or I really like that you like opera. I can't believe you watched Puccini at blah, blah, blah as well. Man, it's so rare to see. Something like that. That's an easy example of finding commonalities or something you appreciate in somebody, and then just telling them, I like that about you. When you want to take it to a more personal level or more out of the platonic, you can just say, you can start with embedding the sexual compliment or the more direct compliment, like not only are you pretty, or not only do you have a pretty head, but you've got these cultural interests. It's so interesting. Something like that, so where we just put the subtle direct compliment before the bigger one, or the safer one. If you just want to the more manly thing or the more courageous thing is to just be direct with what you think. So you can just do that, just tell her directly what you think. And there's a whole program I've created on those in the past of how to do that, exactly how to do that. And those are all, you can go to our websites and see that. Or you can just enter or join the Facebook group here, click on the link, join the Facebook group, put your comments in there, ask me your questions there. You can also ask them under the video, but I encourage you to join the private Facebook group to do that and keep in touch with me there. And then you can ask more of these sorts of questions on there as well. Okay, so join the Man Up movement, click on that link, and I will see you in the next episode.